This one is for the die-hard anime fans out there. We all know that many anime series are full of main characters who are actually powerful, but act like they're not, or maybe they're just not aware of their powers at first. Welcome to Trending Tickets! And today we have all the facts on the top 10 anime where the main character is powerful but pretends to be weak. Watch until the end for our number 1 pick. That one is going to surprise you. Number 10. Kenshi Masaki, Isekai no Seikishi Monogatari. Isekai no Seikishi Monogatari is the spin-off of the OVA series Tenshi Muyo, Ryuoki and Chronicles, the story of a young boy named Kenshi Masaki, who is the younger brother of Tenshi Muyo's protagonist, Tenshi. Kenshi finds himself transported to the world of Geminor, and the story might be familiar to some as it shares some character names and terms from the Photon anime, which is another series by the same creator, Masaki Kajishima. At the beginning of the series, Kenshi appears to be a very quiet boy. However, underneath that timid exterior is a ruthless and powerful individual just waiting to come out. This side of Kenshi becomes apparent whenever he acts recklessly, which also hints at his physical capability, endurance, learning capacity, reflexes, and other defensive skills. As he is the child of an artificial human, Kenshi is actually also an incredibly skilled swordsman and martial artist. Moreover, he is capable of surviving by himself and can even face off against an experienced bandit. Kenshi really is one powerful character in the unassuming body of a skinny teenager, but he's not the strongest. You'll have to watch for our number 1 pick. Number 9. Leonardo Watch, Blood, Blockade, Battlefront. Blood, Blockade, Battlefront revolves around a young photographer named Leonardo Watch who obtains the all-seeing eyes of the gods at the expense of his sister's eyesight. After this incident, Leonardo moves to the city of Hell Salem's Lot, formerly New York City, where he joins an organization called Libra, whose mission is to fight monsters and terrorists. Apart from his eyes, there is nothing unusual about Leonardo, as he looks like a normal young man who can be a bit of a coward at times, as he is easily intimidated by the bizarre environment of Hell Salem's Lot. Over time, however, Leonardo begins to show a more adventurous and courageous side as he becomes less scared of what he sees in the city and becomes used to his new home. Because of his eyes, Leonardo has some special powers, including heightened visual senses that allow him to follow extremely fast movements and see minute details with excellent clarity, something that would have been impossible to do with normal human eyes. Number 8. Kazuki Shikimori, Maburaho. A romantic school comedy light novel series, Maburaho is set in a world where everyone has the ability to use magic. Featuring the typical loser hero, main character Kazuki Shikimori is a good boy and loves to help others with his magic, despite the fact that he runs the risk of turning into ash if he overdoes it. Kazuki can sometimes be indecisive and cowardly, but his honest nature prevails over his weaknesses and he follows through on his senses of fighting for justice. Kazuki is actually very powerful, as he is the product of 2 powerful bloodlines fused in his body. So despite his low spell count, he has the ability and capability to wield a nearly omnipotent power, making him the strongest character in the anime. Number 7. Tigrevurmud Vorn, Lord Marksman and Vanadis. Lord Marksman and Vanadis is a sweeping fantasy light novel series where territories in a parallel universe version of Europe are on the brink of war due to disputes between the leaders. One of the main characters, Tigrevurmud Vorn, or Tigre as he is known, has the appearance of a typical teenager and lives a frugal and humble life. He is known by other characters to be extremely kind, honest, and hardworking, but is also criticized extensively for being lazy. Although these qualities may make Tigre look weak, he is actually very skilled and is a very experienced hunter. He is also very courageous. In fact, he is able to rouse himself from sleep and become alert in a split second if danger is near. Additionally, Tigre is a dangerous foe in battle, as he is unflinching and remains calm even in the face of death. Tigre really proves that outward appearances can be deceiving. But hold on tight for a number 1 pick, because that one may surprise you. Number 6. Yuuji Kazami, The Fruit of Grisaia. The Fruit of Grisaia is a romance visual novel that tells the story of transfer student Yuuji Kazami as he goes through life as a new high school student at Mihama Academy. Yuuji has quite the ordinary goal and simply wants to live a normal life in his new environment, but that seems impossible given the weird happenings in the academy and its prison-like surroundings. To start, the population of the school consists of only the principal and 5 other students who are all girls to boot. As Yuuji becomes acquainted with each of these girls, he discovers that there's a lot more to them than meets the eye. He also begins to unravel the truth behind the small group of students in the academy and the fact that they each have their own traumatic experiences that have led them to that point. Although Yuuji seems to be a normal student who is popular with the female heroines, he is actually a hitman working for an agency in the Japanese government and has gone on dangerous elite missions. A realist with above-average smarts, Yuuji likes to meticulously plan and know everything before executing his actions, proving that despite his unassuming appearance, it's what's inside that truly counts. Number 5. Toori Aoi, Horizon in the Middle of Nowhere. This light novel series is set in futuristic Japan where the country has been taken over by other countries and divided up into feudal territories. The main character Toori Aoi appears to be a leader who shirks his responsibilities and doesn't work hard to finish his tasks. A lazy student, he would rather make dirty jokes and slack off than assume his post as a leader. However, despite this outward appearance and behavior, Aoi is actually capable of being serious if the situation calls for it. He also has a power called Aoi Tori no Jutsushiki, which is a Shinto contract based on the concept of sharing one's belongings to others. As such, Aoi has the ability to share what he has in abundance, his energy. By providing his friends with an almost endless supply of energy, Aoi helps his comrades to improve their abilities. Number 4. Yu Mononobe, Unlimited Fafnir. Unlimited Fafnir is a light novel series that also has manga and anime adaptations. The story takes place in a world that underwent dramatic transformation because of the sudden intrusion of monsters that are referred to as dragons. Before long, dragon powers begin to manifest in girls and only girls, and they come to be known as D. So it comes as a shock when decidedly male Yu Mononobe enters the picture bearing dragon abilities, becoming the only boy thus far in this world to be called a D. As an individual, Yu is very kind and caring towards his friends to the point that he is willing to sacrifice and do anything to protect them. This same trait has also created quite the love polygon as several female characters developed feelings for him. However, despite his kindness, Yu is not above anger, and when provoked enough, he is capable of showing a dangerous killing intent that is unstoppable. His powers as a D male become especially prominent, particularly when he is under the influence of his Fafnir or dragon side. Number 3. Jing, King of Bandit, Jing. King of the Bandit, Jing is a 7-volume manga series by Yuichi Kumakura that stars the young boy Jing in short, generally disconnected stories. A legendary figure in this manga's universe, many characters are surprised when they meet Jing, as he has a rather tiny figure and unassuming appearance, by all means, a completely normal kid. Behind this completely ordinary exterior, however, Jing possesses a supernatural power. He is actually able to fuse his arm with his wisecracking crow friend Kier, who has the ability to transform into an awesome wave motion gun. Because many of Jing's enemies don't expect the great king of bandits to just be a little kid, they usually make the mistake of underestimating him, not knowing that underneath that small body is a powerful weapon. Number 2. Vash the Stampede, Trigun. The protagonist of Trigun, Vash the Stampede, is a huge softie who is a strong believer in peace. He claims to have never killed anyone and tries to avoid violence whenever he can. However, beneath this peace-loving person is a gun-wielding humanoid typhoon that is capable of massive destruction and chaos wherever he goes. As Vash travels from town to town on a mission to learn more and protect what his adoptive mother Rem has instilled in him, that is peace and love, Vash hides his identity behind a foolish personality to trick people into thinking that he is not threatening. In reality, however, Vash is a human-like plant which are beings who have unlimited sources of power and energy. He has several weapons in his arsenal and has superhuman levels of agility, strength, and muscle control that make him a tough opponent in battle. Number 1. Ken Kaneki, Takyo Ghoul. Ken Kaneki was a normal college student who made the grave mistake that set off the story of Takyo Ghoul. After going on a disastrous date with a ghoul, which in Tokyo, ghoul are cannibalistic humanoid species that feed on humans and other ghouls, Ken Kaneki is turned into an artificial ghoul when his date's Gakuho is transplanted in his eye. Before being turned into a ghoul and shortly after, Kaneki was a shy and physically weak person who only had one friend. He lacked assertiveness, which led him to being a constant target of bullying. he was also lacking in combat skills and had no idea how to defend himself against his enemies. However, after being held captive and tortured, Kaneki underwent a drastic transformation and began to accept his reality of being a ghoul. He became power-hungry and arrogant, and was prone to losing control. With his ability to adapt quickly and above-average intelligence, Kaneki was able to learn how to fight for himself and those he cared about, making him a dangerous and powerful character who deserves the #1 spot on this list. Did your favorite anime appear in our list? Let us know in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, then you'll enjoy our other awesome content on the most powerful characters in MCU. Please give us a like, and while you're at it, subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so that you'll be the first to know when we come out with more amazing videos.